Greetings, fellow time travelers. Welcome back to Secrets of the Ancients, where we uncover the hidden mysteries of lost civilizations and dive deep into the secrets that shaped our world. I'm your archaeological guide, ready to take you on another mind-bending journey through the corridors of time. Today's discovery will challenge everything you thought you knew about ancient civilizations. Across the most ancient cultures of the world, mysterious references to portals, sacred gateways, and dimensional crossings repeat themselves, blurring the boundaries between the physical and spiritual realms. From the hidden passages of Mount Kailash to the monoliths of Baalbek and the inscriptions of Göbekli Tepe, civilizations separated by thousands of kilometers seem to know secrets about invisible routes, energy vortices, and celestial channels. But here's the mind-blowing question that has baffled archaeologists for decades. Were these simply symbolic representations, or did ancient civilizations possess lost knowledge about transit between worlds? The evidence we're about to explore will leave you questioning everything you know about our ancestors. Before we unveil these incredible secrets, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss the ancient mysteries we're about to reveal. Picture this scene with me. In the heart of the Himalayan mountain range stands the majestic Mount Kailash, a sacred peak that has fascinated entire civilizations for centuries. From time immemorial, this mountain has been considered the axis of the world, a place where the divine and earthly realms intertwine in a mystical embrace. But here's what will absolutely amaze you. In the year 15 before our common era, the first tribes inhabiting these lands already venerated this mountain, believing it was the dwelling of the gods and the connection point between heaven and earth. Ancient sacred texts of Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism mention Mount Kailash as a place of power, a site where the secrets of the universe reveal themselves to those who dare to seek. Now here's where it gets mysterious. Legend tells us that hidden passages exist on its slopes, tunnels that serpentine through the rock, leading to unknown dimensions. In 600 BCE, mystics and sages of that era began exploring these passages, seeking answers to questions that had tormented humanity since its beginnings. But what they found was beyond imagination. The legends speak of supernatural beings guarding these secret passages, guardians of ancient knowledge that could change humanity's destiny. In 300 BCE, a group of Buddhist monks ventured into the depths of these tunnels, guided by visions and dreams. They discovered inscriptions on the walls, symbols representing the creation of the universe and the connection between all forms of life. Here's the chilling part. Many of them never returned, leaving behind an aura of mystery that still endures today. As centuries passed, Mount Kailash continued being a place of pilgrimage and mystery. Travelers who ventured onto its slopes spoke of echoes in the passages, as if the stones themselves guarded the whispers of those who had walked before them. What makes this even more intriguing is what happened in the year 1000 CE. A wise traveler from India known for his wisdom and search for enlightenment arrived at Mount Kailash. Legend says he spent time meditating on its slopes, and on a starry night he was guided to one of the hidden passages. What he found there was never revealed, and his name was lost to time. The mystery deepens further. Modern explorers and spiritual seekers continue to report strange experiences near these alleged passages. Are these simply legends passed down through generations, or do these hidden gateways hold secrets that science has yet to understand? Now let's journey to the heart of the Andes, where at an altitude of more than 12,500 feet above sea level lies Lake Titicaca, a vast mirror of water that has fascinated civilizations for centuries. This lake, the largest in South America, isn't just a vital resource, it has been considered a portal to the divine. Here's what ancient inhabitants believed. The Tiwanaku people thought Lake Titicaca was the birthplace of the gods. According to their legends, the god Viracocha emerged from its waters to create the world and humanity. But this myth doesn't just speak of creation. It establishes the lake as a connection point between the physical and spiritual worlds. Pay attention to this incredible detail. The ceremonies carried out on its shores were a way to honor the gods and seek their favor. As the sun set over the lake, shadows danced on its surface, creating a hypnotic spectacle that invited contemplation. Indigenous communities like the Aymara and Quechua gathered on its shores to pay homage to Pachamama, Mother Earth. But here's the mystery that will blow your mind. The lake's islands, such as the mystical Island of the Sun and Island of the Moon, are considered sacred. On the Island of the Sun, stood a temple dedicated to Inti, the sun god, where priests performed rituals that drew faithful seeking guidance and protection. The engineering marvel doesn't stop there. Lake Titicaca was also an important center of trade and communication between diverse Andean cultures. Reed boats, masterfully constructed by inhabitants of floating islands, traversed its waters carrying not just goods but stories and traditions. Each journey on these vessels was a spiritual voyage, an act of connection with the lake and its mysteries. Here's something that will leave you speechless. The lake's depths, reaching more than 984 feet, have guarded secrets for millennia. Legend speaks of lost treasures, remains of ancient civilizations, and sacred objects submerged during times of crisis. The lake's often unpredictable currents have driven many to madness, while others have found spiritual refuge in its waters. Recent underwater archaeological expeditions have discovered stone structures and artifacts on the lake floor that predate known civilizations in the region. Could these be remnants of a lost civilization that ancient peoples remembered in their creation myths? Let's travel now to the heart of the Andes, to a place where mist intertwines with mountains. Machu Picchu, a citadel that has defied the passage of time. Built in the 15th century during the height of the Inca Empire, this sacred enclave isn't just testimony to its creator's architectural mastery. It's also a place steeped in mystery and spirituality. Here's what will amaze you about the construction. The stones composing Machu Picchu are more than simple granite blocks. According to ancient beliefs, they carry energy that connected mortals with the divine world. The Incas, masters of stone manipulation, chose each block with a specific purpose, aligning their constructions with sun and star cycles. But here's the centerpiece mystery. At the center of this marvel stands the Intihuatana, or the place where the sun is tied, erected as a beacon of energy, an altar where priests performed ceremonies to ensure Earth's fertility and the people's prosperity. Elder community members speak of a vibration emanating from this sacred stone, a frequency only the most sensitive can perceive. Pay attention to this incredible phenomenon. Those who sit on the Intihuatana report feeling a pulse, a heartbeat resonating within them, connecting them with Pachamama's very essence, Mother Earth. This spiritual connection was fundamental to the Incas, who believed harmony with nature was key to survival and well-being. Recent scientific studies have revealed something extraordinary. As the sun rises over Machu Picchu, its golden rays illuminate the stones, revealing inscriptions and symbols hidden for centuries. Some of these engravings are interpreted as stellar maps, while others seem to represent deities and natural elements. Here's what modern visitors experience. Travelers venturing to Machu Picchu often report inexplicable experiences, moments of deep connection with the place. Some claim to feel energy coursing through them, a vibration awakening forgotten memories and intense emotions. This mystical connection has led many to consider the citadel not just an archaeological site, but a portal to the unknown. But here's the scientific puzzle. How did the Incas achieve such precise astronomical alignments without modern instruments? How did they transport massive stone blocks up steep mountain paths? These questions continue to challenge our understanding of ancient capabilities. Now we venture into the vast and enigmatic northern Europe of the 9th century, where a people of warriors and navigators rose above the North Sea waves. The Vikings, known for their audacity and shipbuilding prowess, weren't just conquerors, they were also bearers of profound spiritual and mystical knowledge. Here's what most people don't know about Viking expeditions. In their journeys, they weren't just seeking gold and lands, they were also pursuing understanding of secrets connecting their world with other realms, both visible and invisible. In this context, runes, symbols carved in stone and wood, became the vehicle of their beliefs and connection with the divine. But runes were far more than simple letters. Each symbol contained intrinsic power, an essence that could invoke forces of nature and the beyond. Among these inscriptions, some stood out for their uniqueness, runes describing crossings between worlds. These inscriptions, often found in sacred places, revealed Vikings' belief in multiple dimensions, where the living and dead, gods and men, could interact in delicate balance. Pay attention to this incredible discovery. One of the most intriguing runes was called Algiz, symbolizing protection and divine connection. Those who invoked it were said to open portals to other realms where ancestral souls dwelled and offered wisdom. On full moon nights, Vikings gathered in sacred circles, tracing these runes on the ground with branches and stones while chanting songs that resonated in the cold air. Here's the archaeological evidence that will blow your mind. In the heart of Norway stood an ancient monolith covered with runes narrating stories of journeys to distant worlds. This place, known as the God's Portal, was considered a threshold between life and death. Those who crossed this threshold could allegedly communicate with fallen warrior spirits who shared experiences and offered advice about upcoming battles. But here's where it gets really mysterious. The runes also spoke of a frozen world, a realm of shadows and mysteries inhabited by mythical creatures. In Viking stories, Niflheim, the Mist Realm, was a place where lost souls wandered seeking redemption. Stone inscriptions revealed rituals designed to appease these spirits, ensuring they wouldn't disturb the balance of the living world. Recent archaeological discoveries in Scandinavia have uncovered rune stones with previously unknown symbols that seem to describe astronomical phenomena and seasonal cycles with remarkable accuracy. Could these ancient navigators have possessed knowledge about cosmic cycles that we're only now beginning to understand? Let's journey now to the heart of ancient Greece in the 7th century BCE, to a sacred place that attracted pilgrims from all corners of the known world, the Temple of Delphi. This sanctuary, dedicated to Apollo, god of light and prophecy, stood in a mountainous landscape surrounded by pines and olives, where nature seemed to whisper forgotten secrets. Here's what made Delphi truly extraordinary. The ancient Greeks believed the Oracle of Delphi was an interdimensional channel, a connection point between the mortal world and the divine realm. They venerated the Pythia, the priestess who in trance pronounced the oracle's enigmatic prophecies. But here's the scientific mystery that baffles researchers today. The Pythia sat on a tripod over an earth fissure that emanated sacred vapors. These vapors, considered Earth's breath, were believed to induce an ecstatic state, allowing the priestess to communicate with Apollo. Those seeking answers came to Delphi, anxious to decipher the mysteries hidden behind the Pythia's cryptic words. Pay attention to this incredible historical impact. Oracle prophecies were often ambiguous, which gave them an aura of mystery. Consultants, from kings to simple mortals, interpreted answers in their own way, often leading to decisions that changed history's course. In 500 BCE, King Croesus of Lydia, famous for his wealth, consulted the oracle before embarking on war. The response, speaking of a great empire that would fall, became a self-fulfilling prophecy. Here's what recent geological studies have revealed. The temple wasn't just a center of divination but also a meeting place for Greek city-states. In the 6th century BCE, the Pythian Games were celebrated there, a competition honoring Apollo that attracted athletes and artists from across the Greek world. But here's the deeper mystery. The temple was allegedly built over a sacred place where earth met sky. The ancients believed this point was access to other dimensions where gods could communicate with humans. Legends spoke of visions and transcendental experiences that those approaching the oracle could experience, as if the veil between worlds momentarily disappeared. Modern archaeological investigations have discovered natural gas emissions from fissures beneath the ancient temple site. Could these geological phenomena have actually induced altered states of consciousness in the priestesses? The intersection of geology, psychology, and ancient